Did you know that there are more kangaroos than people in Australia? That means if kangaroos could vote for a mayor, they might pick the tallest one among them. Can you imagine a kangaroo in a suit running the city? Just think how quickly it would get things done, hopping from place to place. All the meetings would be hop, 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 right on time. Besides having many kangaroos, Australia is also one of the largest countries in the world, and the only one that covers an entire continent. Even though it's rich in natural resources and has plenty of fertile land, more than 1/3 of Australia is desert, where scorching temperatures, very little water, and almost no vegetation rule the land. Most of Australia's cities and farms are located in the southwest and southeast, where the climate is more pleasant. You'll find dense rainforests in the northeast with lush, green vegetation. Australia's ecosystem is unique. Because of its remote location, many animal species found here can't be found anywhere else on Earth, like the platypus, kangaroo, echidna, and koala. I'll tell you more about these amazing animals very soon. Australia has as many as 516 national parks to protect its unique plants and animals. Wow, well done. They've really put in a lot of effort. Australia is home to several types of rainforests. Tropical rainforests, mostly found in the northeast, are the richest in plant and animal species. Subtropical rainforests are located near the mid-eastern coast, while broadleaf forests grow in the southeast and on the island of Tasmania. What? Yes, I've heard of the Tasmanian devil too. It's a real troublemaker. Fraser Island spans 75 miles along the southern coast of Queensland, Australia. What do you think? Where does the name come from? What does Australis mean? I'll tell you, just be patient. One of the most incredible places in Australia is called Uluru, a sacred natural rock that rises like the back of a giant whale from the flat desert of red earth known as the Red Centre. It stands a whopping 1,100 feet tall and is one of the largest rocks in the world. Did you know that Australia is home to many of the deadliest animals on the planet? In this incredible country, there are 36 species of venomous spiders and 20 types of poisonous snakes, including the most venomous snake in the world, the taipan. This reptile releases enough venom in a single bite to kill 100 people. Whoa, I'm definitely not playing rock, paper, scissors with that one. Wouldn't want to make it angry. The first people to settle on the continent, the Aboriginal Australians, are believed to have arrived in Australia about 50,000 years ago. It's thought that they traveled from Asia using land bridges that were passable when sea levels were lower. What are the land bridges? Well, these are narrow pathways that remain above water when sea levels drop. Since the Australian continent can be very harsh, the resilient Aboriginal people learned to survive in tough conditions. However, even though they survived for thousands of years, they couldn't withstand the arrival of Europeans in the past few centuries. The Europeans pushed the Aboriginal people aside, often very harshly, and established their own country. You humans, always looking to conquer, but let's hope those days are behind us now. Thanks to the warm climate and plenty of sunny days, people spend a lot of time enjoying Australia's great outdoors. People are also passionate about sports, including swimming, surfing, sailing, tennis, soccer, cricket, and rugby. And I've heard that even a few trolls live there. I wish they'd discover the internet too, so we could chat quickly. Right now, I get my news through the Forest Mycelium network, and that's much slower. It takes ages for news to travel up from the south. From the south? Oh, right, I didn't tell you. Australis means southern in Latin, and that's where the continent got its name from. But do you know what Arctic and Antarctic mean, huh? Come on, let's see if you know. But I'm guessing most of you think of kangaroos when you hear about Australia. Am I right? What did you say? You've got a picture of a kangaroo on your wall at home. Yes, kangaroos are very fascinating and unusual animals, and they look quite different from any other creature. Do you know why a kangaroo can never hide its excitement? You don't? Because as soon as they see something interesting, they jump for joy. A little forest humor for you. You see, they don't walk, they hop. Kangaroos' bodies are made for hopping. They have short front legs, which look a bit like human arms, powerful back legs, huge feet and strong tails. All of this helps them jump, and their tails help them keep their balance. Kangaroos belong to a family of animals called macropods, which means big foot in translation. Their large feet play a big role in helping them jump. Kangaroos are the largest macropods, while the smallest macropods are called wallabies. Another unique feature that sets kangaroos apart from other animals is their distinctive pouch, which females use to carry and nurse their babies. Lucky them, they get to cuddle with their mom all the time. These unique features have made the kangaroo a symbol of Australia. They're incredibly fast and can move at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. That's if they're really in a hurry. Otherwise, they hop at about half that speed. But even then, they're still faster than you humans. They can also jump up to 10 feet high, which is much taller than an adult human. By the way, your current world record for the high jump is 8 feet, set by Cuban athlete Javier Sotomayor. When it comes to long jumps, kangaroos can leap up to 20 feet. Different types of kangaroos live in different parts of Australia. Some kangaroos live in rainforests, while others live in woodlands. Some make their homes on the ground, while others live in trees. Imagine this. In Australia, there are road signs that warn drivers about kangaroos on the road. Kangaroos live in groups with other kangaroos. The largest male kangaroo is the leader of the group. Kangaroos are incredible animals that have adapted well to their environment. What makes them stand out from other animals is that they have very few natural predators. Although some predators pose a threat to kangaroos, such as dingoes, eagles, and giant reptiles, kangaroos are well equipped to defend themselves. Their powerful legs and ability to jump long distances make them a tough catch, and they often live in groups, which provides extra protection. Kangaroos also have excellent senses that help them detect danger from far away and react quickly. However, despite their ability to protect themselves from predators, kangaroos still face several threats from human activities. Habitat destruction, hunting, and road accidents pose serious risks to their survival. That's why it's important to take action to protect kangaroos. And did you know that kangaroos are also boxers? You didn't. I'll tell you why they're called that after we learn a bit about some other animals that live in Australia. As I mentioned earlier, Australia is also home to the adorable koalas. The koala is a small furry animal from eastern Australia. Sometimes it's called a bear because it looks like a living teddy bear. But the koala isn't actually a bear at all. Koalas, like kangaroos, belong to a group of animals called marsupials because they also carry their young in a pouch. The koala has a sturdy body covered in pale gray to yellowish fur. They are between 2 and 3 feet high. Koalas have small yellow eyes, a round black nose, and large, fluffy ears. The koala lives mostly in eucalyptus trees. It has strong claws and fingers that help it grip onto branches. Koalas eat leaves from only a few types of eucalyptus trees. Finding food can be tricky for koalas because they are very picky eaters. A female koala carries her baby in her pouch for several months. After that, the baby climbs onto its mother's back and holds on until it's about a year old. Koalas were once hunted by many hunters for their fur. Then, laws were put in place to protect them. But unfortunately, koalas are still threatened by diseases and the loss of their natural habitat. Platypuses are unusual mammals from eastern Australia and Tasmania. The platypus and its relatives, the echidnas, are the only mammals that lay eggs. Platypuses look quite strange. They have a bill and feet like a duck and a tail like a beaver. The platypus has a stocky body with short legs. It measures up to 2 feet long, including its tail. It also has thick, brown fur. Male platypuses have sharp spurs on each of their hind legs. The spurs are connected to glands that produce venom. Males use these spurs to fight each other, especially during the mating season. The venom can cause intense pain. Oh my, it seems like everything in Australia is poisonous. Luckily, platypuses spend most of their time alone, either sleeping or eating, so we won't have any trouble with them. Echidnas, also known as spiny anteaters, are small animals that evolved between 20 and 50 million years ago. Yet researchers and scientists still find them quite mysterious. They are one of only 3 species of mammals in the world that lay eggs. Echidnas are medium-sized mammals covered in coarse hair and spines. They resemble South American anteaters and other spiny mammals, like hedgehogs and porcupines. They are usually black or brown in color. They are powerful diggers. Echidnas have small mouths and toothless jaws. They feed by tearing apart soft logs, ant nests, and similar things, then using their long, sticky tongue, which sticks out from their snout, to gather their prey. The tongue of long-beaked echidnas has tiny, sharp spines that help them catch their prey. Since they don't have teeth, they break down their food by grinding it between the bottom of their mouth and their tongue. Of all the mammals in the world, echidnas have the second lowest body temperature, after the platypus, which is great news for their lifespan. They can live up to 50 years on average. This is mainly due to their low body temperature and slow metabolism. Australia also has a very unique plant world. If you're ever looking for an attractive, edible, native plant for a hedge, you can't go past the lily-pilly. There are hundreds of species within the lily-pilly family of evergreen shrubs or trees, all of which produce brightly colored, sweet tart fruits that range in color from pink to red, purple, and blue. The berries are edible and can be used to make a variety of products, like jams and wines, and are said to taste great with cheese. For generations, Australia's Indigenous people have used lily-pilly as a treatment for earaches, wounds, and skin conditions, as well as a rich source of vitamin C. Lily-pilly also provides shelter for many birds, which nest in its branches and feed on its berries. Kangaroo paws are flowering plants that grow anywhere from 12 inches to 7 feet tall. Their furry flowers resemble the paws of a kangaroo. The red and green kangaroo paw is the floral emblem of Western Australia. If you're a pet owner, you'll be happy to know that this beautiful native Australian plant is non-toxic to cats and dogs. For centuries, Indigenous Australians have used kangaroo paws for medicinal purposes. In addition to being drought-resistant, the tubers of kangaroo paws contain significant amounts of starch and were an important part of the traditional diet of the Noongar people in southwestern Australia. Australian native everlasting daisies are very attractive to native bees and have a long blooming season, making them a wonderful addition to any garden. Native butterflies and larvae use the flower heads for food, and the flowers are pollinated by insects. Adding everlasting daisies to your garden will create a haven for insects, and in turn for birds that feed on them. The flowers are rich in pollen and help provide food during winter and spring when insects need it the most. The flowers of the bottlebrush plant are said to be a food source for many Indigenous Australians, who also use this plant to treat various illnesses such as bacterial, fungal, viral, and parasitic infections. They are among the hardiest of Australia's native plants. There are more than 1,000 species of Australian wattle, acacia. The acacia genus, which includes all wattle species, represents the largest group of trees and shrubs in Australia, with over 1,000 known species. The golden wattle is Australia's national floral emblem, and its distinctive yellow flowers and green leaves inspired Australia's national colours, green and gold. Wattles are incredibly resilient and are often the first vegetation to recover after fires or droughts. The strong fragrance produced by wattles attracts birds, bees, wasps, and beetles. Their dense foliage provides shelter, perches, and nesting spots for a wide variety of birds. There are 173 species of Banksias, and all but one are naturally found only in Australia. Banksias can grow as trees or woody shrubs, but some species are prostrate, with branches that grow on or just below the ground's surface. Banksia flowers are most commonly shades of yellow, red, and pink. They produce large amounts of nectar, making them an important food source for animals like rodents, honey possums, pygmy possums, gliders, and bats. Some Banksias release a stronger scent at night, likely to attract these nocturnal mammal pollinators. Banksias are also loved by birds, especially cockatoos, which tear apart the woody cones to eat the seeds and insect larvae living inside them. The eucalyptus is the most common native plant in Australia. Nearly all eucalyptus species thrive in warm climates and are native to Australia. Interestingly, eucalyptus flowers don't have petals. Although they are often spectacular, the entire flower is made up of hundreds of stamens bursting out from a central cone-like bud. The flowers come in a variety of colors, including white, bright red, vivid orange, deep pink, and lime green. Eucalyptus leaves range in color from blue to white and produce woody fruits. Eucalyptus leaves are full of a substance called zinniol. As a result, only koalas, ringtail possums, greater gliders, and a few insects can eat eucalyptus leaves and bark. No other creature, including humans, can tolerate the high levels of zinniol. In fact, in large concentrations, it's toxic. Have you heard of the didgeridoo? It's a traditional Australian wind instrument, usually made from eucalyptus wood. This instrument comes from the Aboriginal people and is famous for its distinctive, deep sound. And now, let me tell you why kangaroos are called boxers. Even though it sounds pretty unbelievable, it's actually true. They really do box. I wouldn't recommend stepping into a boxing match with them. Male kangaroos fight to decide who is the strongest. Female kangaroos prefer to have babies with the strongest males because it means their babies are more likely to grow up to be strong kangaroos too. When kangaroos box, they grab each other with their front legs and kick with their powerful hind legs. Kangaroos can balance on their strong tails and use both back legs to kick their opponents at the same time. They are truly strong and tough animals. Movies and the internet have further popularized this behavior, often portraying kangaroos as tough and aggressive fighters. However, it's important to remember that kangaroos are usually peaceful animals that prefer to avoid conflict. Kangaroos evolved to conserve energy by hopping instead of running, which helps them escape danger and save energy for essential tasks like finding food. Kangaroos are herbivores, so they don't hunt other animals for food. So, while boxing is a fascinating aspect of kangaroo behavior, it's important to appreciate the unique characteristics of these amazing creatures, not just their fighting skills. I hope you enjoyed this journey through Australia. What did you say? Oh yes, Arctic and Antarctic. Well, Arctos means bear, and anti means opposite. So, bear and opposite of bear, that's what it means, and it refers to the constellation of the Big Bear. But here's the funny part. There are bears in the Arctic, but not in Antarctica. It's like forest humor, just a bit colder. Let me know what else you'd like to learn, and don't forget to subscribe so we can learn together. Yours truly, Troll Mitros, naturally.